Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where today we're diving into the vibrant cultures that make our world so fascinating.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something huge, a massive transformation happening right now in the car industry, an industry, we all interact with pretty much daily.
Yeah, it's not just about electric cars anymore, though. That's a big part. It feels like a fundamental global reshaping.
Exactly. And we're grounding our discussion today in a really fascinating source.
Right. It's a May 2025 report from the Japan Automotive Research Institute, or JRI. They've analyzed market data from 2023 up to early 2024.
And they're using that to look ahead, 5 to 10 years?
Precisely. So it's not just numbers. It's more like a strategic navigation tool for where things are heading.
Okay, so our mission today, unpack what this JRI report tells us. We'll look at China's really central role, the big global shifts, and importantly, what this all means for you trying to understand the future of getting around.
Let's get into it.
So the report really hammers this home. China. It's not just the biggest market anymore, is it?
No, not by a long shot. I mean, yes, over 30 million vehicles sold there in 2023, which is staggering in itself.
But it's more than volume.
Absolutely. It's the type of vehicles and the speed. New energy vehicles, so pure electric and plug-in hybrids, they hit around 30% of sales in China last year.
30%. And projections for 2024.
Heading towards 35, maybe even 40%. Compare that to Europe, which is around 20%, or the US lagging a bit at 10%. The pace is just different.
And here's where it gets really interesting for the global picture, right?
Yeah.
Exports.
Yes. China became the world's biggest auto exporter in 2023, shipped out nearly 5 million vehicles.
5 million. And they're shaking things up on price, too.
Massively. The report highlights that Chinese EVs are often landing in markets at prices 20, sometimes 30% lower than comparable models from, say, European or American brands.
That's a huge competitive pressure.
It is. And underpinning a lot of this is their dominance in the supply chain. Think batteries.
Ah, yes. The report mentions battery capacity.
Over 60% of the world's power battery capacity is in China. That gives them, well, a pretty significant lever.
Okay, so zooming out from China, how does this fit into the global picture? Car sales overall.
Well, global sales have sort of bounced back to near pre-pandemic levels, but the overall growth trajectory, it's slowing down.
So slower growth overall, but within that.
Within that, NEV sales are just booming. The report suggests they could be over 50% of total global sales by 2030.
Wow. Which brings up the question of how different places are reacting. Europe's strategy versus North America.
Very different approaches, it seems. Europe's pushing hard with regulations like the 2035 ban on new internal combustion engine sales. North America, especially the US, it's more driven by incentives, subsidies like the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA.
And the technology underpinning all this, the report talks about the 3 electrics.
Yeah, that's the battery, the motor, and the electronic control systems. These are core, and particularly batteries, the cost is dropping fast.
How fast are we talking?
Projections in the report go as low as maybe $60 to $70 per kilowatt hour by 2030.
Which fundamentally changes the economics, right?
Yeah.
Makes EVs much more affordable.
Exactly. It really opens the door for wider adoption.
Beyond the powertrain, there's also the whole intelligence aspect. Connectivity, autonomous driving.
Right. L2 and L2 Plus assisted driving, think adaptive cruise control with lane keeping, that's already quite common. Over 30% penetration in major markets, the report notes.
And the next step, L3, where the car takes over in certain conditions.
The JRI report expects L3 systems to see mass production starting around 2025 in places like China, Germany, Japan.
And China's pushing ahead with infrastructure, too.
V2X. Yeah, vehicle to everything, letting cars talk to the road network, other cars, pedestrians. China's investing heavily there, which boosts autonomous capabilities. The report estimates L2 and above penetration in China could hit 60% by 2025.
60%. Okay, so this paints a picture of incredibly rapid change, heavily influenced by China. What does this mean for the traditional automakers, say, in Japan, Europe, the US? The report must touch on challenges.
Oh, definitely. It points out some serious hurdles. Deploying high-level autonomy like L4 or L5 safely and reliably in all sorts of complex real-world conditions, that's still a massive challenge.
It's not just the tech itself.
No. You've got issues like a lack of unified global regulations. How do you handle data security and privacy across borders? There's still a reliance on critical components like high-end chips, often from specific regions.
And new business models, like robo-taxis.
Still very heavily reliant on subsidies to make the numbers work, according to the report. They're not quite standing on their own feet commercially yet.
So, faced with all this, what does JRI recommend? Any strategic advice for navigating this?
Yeah, they emphasize a few key things. For autonomous tech, they suggest a scenario-first approach,
Meaning,
meaning deploy it first in more controlled environments, think ports, mining sites, logistics hubs before trying to tackle complex citywide driving everywhere. Learn and iterate there.
makes sense. What else?
A big one is core technology self-sufficiency. Don't be overly reliant on single sources for critical tech. Also, be proactive in shaping regulations, don't just react.
And data.
Build robust local data compliance systems. And critically, evolve the business model. It's not just about selling hardware anymore. Think software subscriptions, data services, building a whole ecosystem.
So it's about the whole package, not just the car itself.
Precisely, building comprehensive system capabilities.
Well, this deep dive really underscores it. The global auto industry is undergoing maybe its biggest transformation ever. And China is undeniably setting a new pace and scale.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway isn't just about who has the flashiest tech first. It's about who can actually commercialize these innovations quickly, safely, sustainably, and weave them into this complex global ecosystem. It's about resilience and integration.
It really makes you think, looking at this speed and integration.
What's the one change you think might impact your own daily life the most from all this automotive evolution in the next, say, 5 years? Something to consider.